The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Step in the pan. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, blue jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pros course. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the force ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season and people starting five. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat spit. I got what you need.
Oh shit, what up everybody? We back this week on an old school weekday evening with the newest episode of the Start 5 podcast. As always, hit that box, get that 20% off the order using that code STARTING5 at hookshrub.com. The summer's not over yet. Sorry, Jared. I know last episode that I need to make an order. I didn't yet, but coming soon. You're gonna see my address. Just, you know what to do. Make sure you got some of the pepper sauce ready. I don't know if you still got any left, TJ.
I got like a corner left. Honestly.
Mine was going quick, fam. All the
Son, that shit was drinkable. That hot sauce was fucking like, just you could take shots with that shit good.
This is definitely good fucking hot sauce. I give him that. What's good? If you can tell by my voice, I was outside yelling all day yesterday.
Yeah, brag about it. Mm-hmm.
Met a lot. Not met. I know these people already. Ran into a lot of people I haven't seen since. A couple of them I haven't seen since my birthday, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. So it was really good catching up with everybody. We're definitely going to do something again later in the years. Most likely it's going to be like the first weekend in October. But it was a dope day yesterday. Catching up, talking shit, politicking, and just seeing everybody that's doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media.
Shout outs to Roxy. Another year I missed seeing you, lady.
Social media can bring you so close. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like face to face, like shaking a person's hand, dapping them up, giving them a hug. I haven't seen my man Divine in like I don't know how long.
Word.
It was really good seeing him. It was really good seeing him yesterday. We chopped it up for a little bit.
I think the last time I seen him was in his barbershop.
Wow. When I went with you?
Quite possibly. That might have been one of the last times in person. Possibly.
That was pre-COVID, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
I mean, I don't get out like that anymore.
Yeah, you're a busy man.
Even when the kids got older, like when you think that shit is the same, that shit changed, son.
Yeah. I feel you. But yeah, like I said, it was a good day yesterday, especially because I chilled all weekend. So it was good to get out yesterday and just see the people, see the fam. It was a good time. It was a real good time chopping it up. So thank God I didn't have to go into the office. I don't have to go to the office on Mondays because my ass was shot. I'm still tired. Word
They'd have sent his ass home, Jamal.
Nah, I wouldn't have showed up. Fuck that. I'd have been like, I can't make it. Yeah, but like you said, the summer's not over. It's lovely out here today. I'm loving it, and hopefully we can rock out like this for another next 6 weeks. I hate saying that, but
But it sounded right though. You sound like you said the next 6 weeks.
That's right.
yeah, I wish, I wish.
It sounded like you were saying the next six as I'm holding up
I
the
had to
Father's Day
watch
gift
that
from this
bullshit
year.
summer league. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't watching that shit.
But that was it. What's up, Mr. Maul?
What's going on, y'all? I feel you on the tiredness, TJ. I just been tired just because I'm tired at this point, man. The last few weeks, but I was actually supposed to head up to the brewery with JP yesterday, man. But
Oh, word? That'd have been
yeah,
nice.
he said he was gonna scoop me up on the way, but I had to back out the night before, man. I got a gig at another watch party, so I said I had to take the dough. So
Yeah.
Word.
I was looked like y'all had a good time, man. I was sad I missed it, but it was a good day because watching the fascistos lose to the original fascistos was great. As sons by their father country, who is now more progressive than these motherfuckers, and the colonizers is more progressive than the colonized. Where they do
Son,
that? Where they do
we
that?
we
I'm
we
sorry.
gonna get nah cause we gonna get there because how fucking ironic is that those colonizers, those past colonizers was free Palestine in it, and as always, free Palestine. And the other country, like what disappointed me, and we'll get there because we're just talking about our weekends and shit. Because I wanted to say on the live what I did with my weekend. It was some nature shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
what
Other than that,
disappointed me
this
was
weekend
like
was just it was all
my bad.
FIFA for me. The weekend, yeah, my bad. Yeah,
Word.
it
No,
was.
that's me.
Did a couple shows and watched a lot of soccer, man. And it was a good cup. It ended up being a decent cup overall, but I enjoyed myself, man. And looking forward to chopping up today's topics with y'all.
Yeah, which when we talk World Cup, like I'm gonna ask your opinion on them expanding it to 64, which I'm okay with it. Put some more other, give some other some other countries some opportunities, some things like that. But what I said, when we get back to that conversation, we'll do that. But yeah, man, y'all had weekends. I'm so mentally comfortable being home. But yesterday, I seen how y'all niggas operated. I was almost laughing, but I was like, "Yo, somebody come get me on the way." Nobody responded when I
That's fucking
said, "Yo,
hilarious.
come pick me up." Nobody responded when I said, "Come pick me up," and then it made me think, like, "Yo, damn! Like, I'm the dude that always goes out of the way to get people who don't have rides and all that shit." And but also, and now, am I wrong in that point, TJ?
No, you know, you have a right to feel away. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying
Honestly,
I was always the dude
oh
who
yeah,
would
yeah,
be the
yeah.
one to go out the way to get everybody and get people
You the
home and
gypsy
shit.
cat, brother. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Ain't no doubt
I
about that.
but I also was telling everybody that I'm on house arrest because technically I'm on house arrest. That's just how it works with my job. Uh but yeah, man. So I'm sitting here while y'all are fucking having a good time, which I had to give. I'm not gonna cuss yet because we're gonna try to give YouTube the 15 minutes. But I had to give the first to JP because he sent me shout outs to our brothers Mike Herb and all the other owners, staff, crew at Hackensack Brewing Company. As always, I haven't been up there in a few years either. I think the last time I was there might have been 2 years ago. No, it might have been maybe 3 years ago. Um, when they had a doomsday and they did the doomsday, it just happened to be the day that my wife and I went out to celebrate our anniversary. I went to Fogo de Chao. I forgot what mall it was at up there, but we went there, stopped by there, and I thought it was early in the day. I was too early. We stayed, had a drink. I told Mike, like, yo, I was there, whatever, whatever. He actually called the staff over there, was like, yo, happy anniversary on us. So you know how it goes when it comes to
Yeah.
Jones and all that, And that was the last time I was there, but I missed out on. Besides, I love y'all. Besides missing out on y'all, right? Jamal, you too. You missed out on DJ Cash Money from Philly was there.
Yup.
I just learned that DJ Scratch was there also.
Yeah,
Fuck
Grand Wizard
y'all.
Theodore.
And yeah, and yes, you stole the last Grand Wizard motherfucking Theodore.
Mm.
When I saw him, when JP sent, and I saw him, I quickly just said, "Yo, this made me sick right now," because I don't get starstruck, but as a DJ, as somebody who's DJed in their life, who's my level of DJing and fun DJing was making mixes, not really doing parties, but making mixes, scratching and beat juggling.
Mm.
And to have had the potential to meet the man who invented the scratch by a mistake, by accident, was right there at the homie spot. Fuck y'all, I miss it. I was a little jealous. I was a little jealous, but I was a little jealous, like more or less too, though, because like you said, TJ, like outside of the barbecue that we had now 3 weeks ago, I don't see nobody.
No.
I feel like I haven't seen nobody in years. The last people I've seen from the crew, like JP happened to remember, which was funny. He happened to remember, oh shit, I'm on Staten Island. Let me see what Dan's doing. Because he went to the Armory for a track meet.
Mm-hmm.
And then before that, Ian and Iz, because they family. So one of the last barbecues we had like a year or so ago, they were here.
Yeah, I
They were
don't know
here.
when the last time you saw KB in person or nothing like that.
It's been a minute. Les wasn't there. Shout out to Les. But I used to run into him while I was working because he would be walking the neighborhood, walking his dog because he lived right in the district I used to work in. I'd actually know the building. I used to see his car, pass by his car, like, oh, all right, he parked good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't seen KB, I haven't seen Ed, I haven't seen nobody. Obviously, Roxy, I haven't seen her in a good 5 years, maybe. Pre-COVID, I think was the last time. But
Mm-hmm.
good luck with setting this shit up. You'll see how the work goes into, which ain't much, to be honest with you, because I
It's
did it
not.
all the time. I did it all the
It's
time. It's
not.
not much. But while
But
y'all was kicking it,
I'm gonna make it happen this time though. I'm gonna
yeah,
press people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But while y'all was kicking it, I was kicking it with a little baby bird. I'm pretty sure we was talking about wildlife and shit. And go check the TikTok. Like I was just chilling with this little bird. Eventually, it was like maybe like a good hour that I was like just messing with it. I was trying to give it water and shit like that. I was literally thinking like, damn, I don't see no worms, and I never see worms, but maybe I should dig for a worm. Let me see if it'll do that. Like, nah, nothing worked. So eventually, I went back and put them in the nest where my parents lived, where the nest was, and like I said, today it looked like the mother or the father was standing guard all day, and the shit was hilarious. The shit was standing guard all fucking day. And what up, oh?
What up, fellas?
Yeah, Big O, the 2-man Taylor today.
Yeah. Yo, I've been doing this project for like going on this day 4 right now. So
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
man, I'm trying to
It don't
finish it
take
up.
that long to paint your room pink. Oh,
especially one wall, right? Like he in there trying to do a pink focus wall.
yeah, man.
You know,
Trying to make
you
shit
know
look
what?
like
You know what
brick.
it is?
Hey,
Yo,
leave that brother alone.
you never realize how much you need the tape, yo. You need
Oh,
the
yeah.
tape.
Yes,
That
You'll
blue
fuck your
that's
tape
shit
why I
up
hate
if you don't
is
take
essential.
right.
Yeah.
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 That's why I hate painting. It's all in the details. You got to be very detail oriented. You got to make
Yeah.
sure outlets is covered.
So,
Doors,
Yep.
switches, window sills.
Yeah.
The
And see,
Stan,
And see,
Have
I
y'all?
haven't even gotten to the doors and windowsills yet. I'm still working on the walls, the
Oh
walls and
damn!
the ceiling.
You on vacation this week?
Nah,
Oh man,
nah.
bro,
That's what I'm doing
God
little by
damn!
little every day.
Oh
you
damn!
just need
Like
to
y'all see,
wait till the weekend, bro, and call Rohan and them to come do that for you.
son, freaking. Did any? I mean, all that tape. Like I've only ever taped up like minimal things that would be like important. Like it made me question. Like, did y'all draw in school or anything like that? Like, cause I mean I know the last time I painted, like I just obviously you roll all the big open shit to get it done quick,
Mm,
whatever. But like around the windows, like my hand is pretty good with.
pretty
And
steady.
then if it did touch the window, if it did touch the glass, you just clean that shit quick. Or if you let it dry, razor blade that bitch off.
I
Yeah,
guess, man.
nah.
None
It's
of you,
I haven't done it in a
this
while.
right here. I'm worried more about the molding, the molding or whatever, and not so much the windowsills, but like for instance, now I'm doing the ceilings. I already did the ceilings, but when I started doing the walls, I painted the ceiling is white and I'm painting the walls gray. So if we get too close, then of course now
oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
ceiling
yeah,
gets
yeah,
hit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now.
yeah. I get it. I thought you was going blue and orange. You was trying to do a whole blue and orange theme.
Ha ha ha.
You're gonna pinstripe the
No.
baseboards orange.
If anything, it's nah. It's not even close to the Yankee because I did like a dark blue and a gray and a light gray.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Going Detroit Tiger colors or
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah,
more look
so
more
my
looks more like Yankee road colors.
gotcha, gotcha. So yeah, my interest, my weekend definitely wasn't as interesting as y'all. So yeah, me and birds and shit. But anyway, though, let's just get right into this nonsensical. Where do y'all want to start? Do y'all want to start with FIFA, or do y'all want to start with Miss Clark? What do y'all want to start with? What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the happy news first. Let's go. Let's start with FIFA,
Okay.
That's the happy news. Okay.
man.
Well,
Yes.
it was fairly it actually felt very happy, and it was crazy seeing how much around the world, especially around in this country, was fucking was like just happy as shit. Like
Oh,
was genuinely happy.
Yeah.
let me speak on that real quick because I stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning watching these reaction videos and YouTubes about all these foreigners coming over to the United States for the first time and trying American food. And
But you late on
not
that.
only, yeah, not only did they love it, but they were more like when you peel back the bullshit that the media tells you when they're over there and actually come to America and speak to people, you find out how just nice how nice people are in this country and how welcoming they are and shit like that. So that made me feel kind of good. But I didn't realize they didn't know how vast or how big the United States was.
Right. They
Like
Right.
thought they was gonna be able to walk to the games and shit because they come
one
from
person thought,
pedestrian cultures, man.
yeah, one
True.
person thought they could go from New York to Miami in a day or some shit driving, and then they'd be in Cali in another 2 days. I was like, bro,
Oh well, I
what
mean, you can drive New York to Miami, and it'll literally take you a
a
day.
day? But they were taking like a few hours. So
Nah, son.
yeah, one lady explained it like if you drive from Seattle, Washington to New York, it's like 2,800 miles. So she had to show them on a map what 2,800 miles was.
She
If you
should have just broke
started
it
in
down
Right.
to
Britain,
kilometers. They would have got it.
bro, she started
Right.
in
Shout
England,
outs.
and at the end of the trip, she was in Iraq. So that's how far 2,800 miles was.
Shout outs out the author of our theme song. Seven the Panther made that trip. I remember the day we shot the right here standing by video with Sky Zoo.
Yeah,
What they did it in South Jersey by Divine and JP and them. Then they did the other part up here in Brooklyn with Sky. And then literally from the video shoot, he was already he was moving to Tacoma
Mm.
and drove from New York to fucking Tacoma. I forgot how long he said he
Oh,
took.
dog. That's a hike. Tacoma's
That is
out
a
there
mission.
too.
Yeah. My daughter did that drive with her boyfriend from New York to LA. It took them a week. You know what I'm saying? They were
Mhm.
stopping. They were stopping in, at the local spots, but you're not doing that shit in under like 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? It's a haul.
Yeah, nah, son. I did the 22 and a half and 20, what was it, 24 and a half coming back. Me and my boy from New York to Louisiana to Shreveport. I never again. I was that
Yeah,
was
man.
the last that was the last like extremely long drive I've ever done. That was first
Bro,
and last. First and
Yeah,
last.
man.
Because the one time before that, we went to this was when I was living here, but my boy Leon was still up here, but he used to stay in Titusville, Pennsylvania with his uncle and his aunt. He was going to high school out there. And he brought us out there, me and my boy Ma, to go see what the area was like. And it, my brother was one of three black people in the whole school. I think he might have been the only black person when he graduated, but that shit was 9 hours.
Nah.
And like, yo, no more. I'm no more.
bro,
No
if I
more.
gotta drive more than 4 hours, I'm taking a plane or I'm not seeing you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Period.
saying. And for
I
me,
was
it's
gonna
not even
Word.
say
4 hours. 3 hours.
Baltimore.
I'm looking at train schedules and shit. That's it.
I've never
Baltimore.
done that.
Baltimore is my limit, man.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I'm too old for that.
No more
Get
driving
out
to
the car.
Virginia Beach and all that
No,
shit. I'm
man.
done with that, bro.
Them
Yeah,
No.
I
days
mean
are done.
the last long drive I took like that was to fucking to go see West New England, the school that was interested in my daughter. That was about a 4.5, almost 5 hours to Springfield, Massachusetts. But that's coming from Staten Island. Like if I was living in the Bronx still, shave an hour off. We
Yeah,
ain't living
yeah,
up
Right.
there
yeah,
no more.
yeah.
No,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, the way the Europeans and all them coming over here, like it was fun. Like early in the joint, like I know old Jamal, y'all was seeing like how they was showing how much fun the Japanese was having, eating Texas
Yeah.
barbecue and shit like that, and
Yeah.
Ready the fuck out of themselves. They get it now, and
how
it
all
just
the
goes to
average
show you can't trust nobody's media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
to a point,
No.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was shocked they were saying that from the English point of view. And I was like, oh wow, they getting the propaganda just as bad. One dude from France was like, I'm out here, I didn't see any guns. Nobody had guns. I could just walk the street. And I was
Well, in
like,
their
wow.
defense, there was no the soccer was not being played in the gun-toting regions of the country.
That
So they saw
what up?
the United States. They didn't see America. You know what I mean?
If
Right.
they
Well,
if they
that
if they played if they played at University of Michigan Stadium, if they played at the Big House, it could have been a
well,
different story.
no, they played in Texas, right?
Metropolitan Texas.
Mhm.
They played in the Superdome.
Texas
Yes,
is gun toting
it is, but
openly.
it's still Dallas. Dallas is very progressive.
Dallas is
Miami,
very
they
city.
they were in Miami.
They
Well,
didn't go to
Miami's a
little
foreign
Haiti.
There
country,
was a
fam.
gun
You know what I'm
somewhere
saying?
around there.
They didn't go to
There
little
was a
Miami is
gun
Haiti.
already a foreign
somewhere.
country. You know, Miami is just an extension of Argentina and Cuba at this point, bro.
No,
Yeah.
true indeed. But I'm just saying they were in. I mean, I'm sorry for being Mr. Specific, but they were in some gun toting areas. But they got the
They were in some
peaceful
red
side
states, but
as it should be.
they weren't in like
As
Oklahoma or shit
oh
like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
or Central Pennsylvania. You know what I
Word,
mean?
Vidor,
word.
Texas,
Right, the sundown town.
sundown
West Texas,
town.
on the West Texas.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
like they should feel lucky that, I mean, but also too, and then also too, like let's keep it honest on how locked down most of these spots were. Locked down, like yo, just New York City off top, because that's where we the closest. Like they boosted, like fucking Port Authority jerked people
Yep.
and was charging like $100 for the
no,
train
that was Penn
from,
Station, and it was ass, bro. Because I saw that shit. It was
yeah.
straight ass out there, man.
New Jersey, NJ Transit, right?
NJ
Yeah,
Transit,
Yeah,
man.
that $12 ticket went up to $1.50, man.
Wow.
just
Yeah.
because
This
they could.
this is
And they
why I
know they
can't
can.
wait to move at the end of the year because I'm just tired of New Jersey Transit's bullshit, bro.
The other
Paying
thing it
for
showed me
mediocre
is
service.
like, is that that game was sold out, the championship game, and I tried to get tickets for every round, and those games are sold out. It goes to show you just how much better these other countries' economies are than ours, and how much
Oh yeah,
further their
Yeah,
money goes.
yeah,
Because these
yeah.
people weren't
oh
coming
yeah,
here for one game; they was here for a month, for rounds,
yeah.
seeing multiple games, and them tickets nosebleeds was like $400-$500.
Yep.
But that also speaks to Jamal, just not just their economies though, but also who was able to really afford it. And so that means like it was like the people who either just saved their whole lifetime for some shit like this, or all the people with money that can get through all the loopholes and red tape or whatever it takes to get here and stay as long as they did for
It
vacation,
might have been a
or
combination of both,
holiday.
Dan. It might be a
Man,
Right,
it's just
right.
combination of both.
they have a better quality of life.
Yeah.
They have a middle class. They have a better quality of life. Half my friends in filmmaking are from other countries, and when they travel, they're not rich. They're struggling day to day. But
Right.
when they travel somewhere, they go for weeks. They go at a time. It's just that there's just a
But
better
they're
quality
able
of
to
life.
save money though,
Yes,
Jamal. They're able to save
that
money.
yeah, they have a better quality of life, and they have the time to do it. They have time off in them countries, man.
Right.
They get
Yo,
paid time
yo,
off on top of it. You know what I mean? So you may
I'm
get
tell,
Listen,
6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks paid vacation. You can do shit like that.
I'm telling y'all,
listen.
man. I'm telling
It's
y'all
the
when y'all,
reason they call it holiday over there and not
yeah,
vacation. Because
yo,
they're
when
gone
y'all
for 30 days, bro.
when y'all get the chance, man, y'all got to watch that Michael Moore documentary, man. What plant what country to invade next, something like that, and he gives a breakdown of all these different European countries and all the time off they get, the school lunches and all that. It's just it's mind blowing, man. Because of course, us living here, we only know about here. You know what I'm saying? Most of us,
Right.
anyways. And so like places like in Italy and Portugal, they get the whole month of December off.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
questions
13th
asked.
month, man. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
paid. Yeah.
it's crazy over there.
Also, not to get off topic, but can we bring fucking grass back to Giant Stadium? These motherfuckers
Please.
been playing soccer for an entire 2 months in
And
Giant
nobody
Stadium, and nobody
don't
got
even
hurt.
get so much as turf toe.
Yep.
Don't hit me with this bullshit that they can't play on grass and maintain it in Giant Stadium. It's a
There's
fucking
too
lie.
much
Did
money to
they
maintain.
hold on? Did they? Yeah, that's part of it. They played on the field turf, right?
No, they play
No,
on
they
the
play on
No,
grass.
grass.
FIFA
Oh no,
Pure
they
demanded
brought
that
grass.
in.
all those stadiums to get a FIFA game, you had to adhere to their rules. So some of those stadiums sunk like $100 million into making their stadiums ready for the shit, man. Like
Wow.
changed entire sections of their stadiums, man.
Yeah, Atlanta Stadium don't have grass in it. They had to put grass in.
Yeah,
Nah,
all the stadiums. And what's crazy is right. So you said that they sunk $100 million into it. Now imagine them doing that, and then on top of that, you're not allowed to use the name of the stadium.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Right. So
they
on
had
top of
to.
that, it's called Philadelphia Stadium or
Yeah,
Miami Stadium or New York
New
Stadium.
York, New
they
New
Jersey.
had
New
to. They had
Jersey,
to.
Yeah.
They
New York,
had
New
to
Jersey
cover up all
Stadium.
the. They had to cover up all the Levi signs, right? And
All
Yep.
that, man.
Levi, yeah,
Yeah.
because those companies chose not to pay for sponsorship rights and all of that stuff. I understand, but
FIFA made some money.
see, I know for a fact I'm the one person here who has played football on grass and on field turf. Have any of y'all played on grass or field turf?
I played 99% on grass. From the last time I played in high school, only one school, which was a private school in this area, had the money to afford that, and they were the only school that had
Field
lights.
turf or
It was regular
astroturf?
field turf. It was
Okay.
brand new. It was a Catholic
Because
school,
field
and they,
turf,
they
yeah,
was
field
able
turf back
to
then was different.
and
Oh,
lights,
I was gonna
man.
say there's a
Yeah,
difference.
He said
there
and
is.
Yeah,
lights.
Yeah.
No, yeah, between field, so yeah, because field turf and astroturf was like a fucking carpet.
Carpet on
Like
top
that's
of
why,
concrete. That
like
shit was hard as hell too.
yeah, like that's why like when you seen turf shoes, like they were just studded sneakers. Where field turf, you can play in regular cleats and like real, from like pro stadium to high school stadiums to what like high school fields and shit like that. Like the field turf situation is different. Like Jamal said, the AstroTurf was like carpet
I play,
on top of a layer of rubber on
yeah,
top of fucking cement.
I
So that
played
shit
I
was
played
hard.
baseball on both, but I played
On-
on field turf, not astroturf.
Baseball
But
on
it's
AstroTurf was
it's
even worse because the ball was
yeah,
like a rocket.
yeah.
yeah.
It was like playing on. You know how it rained and the ground got hard, like the
Hmm.
dirt would get hard, the ball would just fly off, and they would take these nasty hops. So you had to like really pay attention and watch your face because you can break your nose or
Right.
your
You had to get
jaw
them Eric
in a
Dickerson
minute, bro.
goggles, man.
But I'm just saying to you, field turf is that close to like really good field turf is that close to fucking grass. Like it
Okay.
is very close to the feeling of real grass. Now, there's because of the size that I was playing at, I used to say, like I said to my man Aaron one time, I was like, yo, like my feet, my back, everything would feel better in cleats when I'm walking on grass and or field turf because it was just softer compared to walking in regular sneakers on concrete. Like it was
It's the
just softer.
same. It's the same as playing on blacktop versus hardwood. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of give
The
on it, man.
floor, the floor gives, and you don't mind falling and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to
Right.
fall on no blacktop or pavement cement. You gonna get scuffed up, bro. My back used to hurt so bad playing on blacktop. I just stopped playing on it. But my lower back would be on fire after like a few hours playing hooping out there. I was like, I'm not doing this no
Yeah.
more.
Has nothing to do with you being bougie.
Nah, but there's I know it took that break off on the turf thing, but like nah, that turf toe shit doesn't. You don't hear about turf toe that much anymore when you're talking field turf compared to Astro turf
No.
was the turf toe shit. Was the
So
turf toe
Well,
shit?
so
there's really not much actual turf out there anymore, though, right?
No,
It
it's
no.
wasn't any
gone.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to Dallas Cowboy Stadium about 10 years ago, and they have that fake, it's field turf, and they got all the little granules. You can see the granules like in between.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
recycled rubber.
Yeah. It feels nice. I'm not gonna lie. It feels very springy, it's very spongy, but it's not grass. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
It's
Yeah,
just not
nothing replaces
no,
grass.
nothing's gonna replace the grass. And you just need to bring grass back. You still
True.
can get your feet caught in there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know,
You can
Absolutely.
still get your feet.
is it just owners greed why
Yes,
they
Yes,
Yeah.
won't why they
yes,
$100%.
won't refuse to
yes,
They
yeah.
don't put
yeah.
any more money in, and it's one of the most valuable franchises in the damn league. I think it's top three. The Giants. I think only the Rams and the Patriots and Cowboys are of higher value and bringing more revenue. And he just won't do it. But I guess again, remember what side of the aisle our owners on too. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how he
but
gets done.
most of these teams now have the field turf. Not too many places have grass anymore. But yeah, it goes
Arizona
into cost.
does, and I
But
think San Fran does. I don't know.
it goes to cost though. It
You
goes to
know,
cost. It costs like you said, it costs a lot more to maintain grass than it does the field turf. So like for instance, like yeah, they could they could cut out a patch of grass with dirt, but that patch of grass of from dirt will feel different compared to the whole other piece that they just repaired. The
yeah.
field turf is a little easier to make it match and feel even.
I think there's a document National Geographic did a piece on Estadio Bernabeu where Real Madrid plays, and their field their field is again is a soccer pitch, so it's 100% grass, but they have a mechanism built into the stadium where it converts to hardwood. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have these plates or whatever that rotates. So they'll rotate the grass off the pitch and convert it to basically a hardwood stadium. So it can be in use all year round. So that's the problem that these owners, that's the argument that these owners are giving. Like Yankee Stadium and City Field, everyone was doing retractable roofs in baseball, and they went with the open field again. Like, you ask yourself why, but they'll tell you that you know they they need to make their money all year round. So I don't know. It doesn't to me, it doesn't make sense, but
Well,
again,
I
it's,
mean,
it's always money.
but how much of how how much of the natural elements do you want to take away from sports?
Right.
Because it's always been like that. The elements has always been a factor. So it's like I get it. Like you want to make not just like kind of like the most ultra luxury type of feel, but there's a cost that comes to with it. Like regardless, like they're going to raise prices no matter what. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But let them cave in to okay, they give up full grass. Which number one, I understand if a players union were to step up and say, "This is what we want," give this like okay, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, but the money's gonna have to come from somewhere. Guess where it's gonna come from? It always comes from the people who could afford it the least.
Right.
Same thing with retractable roofs. Retractable roofs, I understand, makes sense because you can utilize these places like concert venues and things like that. Like, imagine Jay-Z at Yankee Stadium in a closed environment. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It might have things might gone different. Well, no, it wouldn't. I don't think things would have gone differently because y'all heard about how they rampaged the doors. Mad people like we could have went and didn't pay for a ticket. Mad people got in who didn't pay for tickets because they bum rushed the doors because security wasn't ready. But it might make the environment feel a little differently because you could close it off and shit. But then also, how often do you want to run all types of shit, there? And I don't know, man. Like we ain't got that kind of money for us to even be able to sit and deliberate. Well, if I had what I would do, we ain't got it. We don't have it. We don't have it. And just like we didn't have the money to make it to any of the fucking World Cup games because I would have loved to have been in the space for the final. But before we get to the final, shout outs to France and England knowing they had one job. They had probably multiple jobs within said one job,
Hmm.
and that was keep that golden boot away from Messi. And they
Yep.
did that. And they did that. And I didn't watch this game. I didn't watch this game, but all I heard was like, yo, this shit was the most insane, probably the best game of the whole cup.
Yeah.
Partially because it came from people because saying the amount of goals scored. England wins 6-4. That's a baseball score. That shit happens in like the MLS where fucking it's soccer and they suck. They don't suck, but they're not like the world's level of footballing. They're soccer.
Right. Right.
But like speak to this to y'all. I know y'all watch this. Speak to this game.
Um, well, the third place game is kind of meaningless. It's a fun game. Nobody really gives a shit. England will always give a shit about beating France, no matter what. You know, that's just how them dudes are. But like France mailed it in, and it was a fun game to watch. But nobody, you don't get nothing from the third place game. Overall, I thought it was a great cup, and it could have went even worse than it was. Um, this was a fun game to watch. The championship game was was a great game and a terrible game at the same time. Because while you're watching it, your hate for Argentina and knowing how the refs and FIFA have been fucking cheating for them the whole time, you
So
know
like,
All right, so
they're
let me
never.
move to that one then, because fuck the
Sorry,
third
brother.
place game.
so
Keep
it
going.
was sort of like the Knicks and Spurs, the way they were refereeing against Brunson,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But just the England, all right, the
No.
England France game, it was yeah, it was a fun game, but it just it was I think it was more for fun than for anything else. England just said we come home with something.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
But still, I guess
Yeah,
again, the mission was put Messi in submission and make sure that that motherfucker didn't get the golden boot. And
Yeah,
Mbappe, World Cup most goals scored in the World Cup, golden boot winner, led to Messi going home with nothing.
yep. And that was all right by me. You know, it brought it brought me joy to see him in tears, man. You
man,
know, and I
that's right.
mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a quiet, unassuming dude or whatever. You know, we don't know what's said behind closed doors, but he's just the face of a country that nobody really rocks with outside of that country. You
Yeah.
know, so that's what it is, man.
And that's what it is that a lot of people discovered within this entire World Cup. And it's the reason why I called this show a scheme deferred, because I know I'm not the only one. Like I said, when my daughter told me, it was just like, yeah, people are talking like they have this shit rigged. They originally, she was like, people were talking like they were trying to rig this to get a Portugal Argentina final, because it's both Messi and what's his
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo's freaking last World Cups.
Yep.
And now, mind you, listening to the English broadcast of the game, they were at game post games and stuff. They were trying to come up and think like, well, maybe Messi can come back when he's 43 at the next one, and like
Fam, he can
reaching.
though.
And
It's not that much
he
of a reach because these guys now in their 40s, man. It's like they're in their 30s. They can't play. He's not going to start
right,
a whole game. He can play 20
right.
minutes or whatever and bring him off, but he's still dangerous around the box. So
Yeah, the way
But
the
it
way the
goes
way he
to
plays, the way he
mhm,
plays, he does not play an up and down frenetic pace like saying Mbappe. He just likes to hover around the damn outside of the
yeah, yeah,
box and yeah, so
yeah. I witnessed that a lot. Like it was interesting for me to see him taking all the free kicks too, which was it was very interesting for him
I
to
mean, he
see
was
him
nasty with
take all
them
the free
shits,
kicks.
though. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a couple of them goals he got off them shits. The man is nice. All right, he's just the
Yeah.
best at his sport. He's just the best at his
Well,
sport.
see that's been heavily up for debate, especially at the end of the game. But he goes into, when we talk about Catlin Clark and what we mentioned last week and weeks before, and the whole great white hype thing. And like Jamal said before, like he, unfortunately or fortunately, he's the face. He's their face.
yeah,
And I would say, Jamal, to a point, to a detriment, because it used to be Diego Maradona. It used to be Maradona. And when you think about Maradona, you think about the hand of God, you think about all this other stuff. But then you also think about a guy who was a little bit more rebellious towards the country and things like that. He was a little bit more darker of a hue and things. And people might not like that part of the conversation within this and all the hate towards the Argentinian team, but it was valid. And it was on display, especially by, I forgot son's name, who got the red card, deservingly so.
oh Enzo, what's the name?
Des- yes,
Enzo,
but
yeah, Juice.
He was the same. He was the same cat, TJ, who he got caught a couple of years ago. I think after Copa America, was singing racist ass songs on their bus, going live on his Instagram.
Yeah,
His own teammates
for
in
Chelsea. Yep,
Europe
that's right.
was just like this. He's a racist piece of shit. And
Wow.
then it didn't help. It didn't help with the way the fan base was acting during wins
They were
and
terrible.
during this
They
ultimate
were
loss.
they were terrible throughout the whole event. From
Hmm.
beginning to end, they were terrible.
Just straight
They
up
were just
scumbaggery, fam.
yeah.
And it's been like that for a minute. The thing is, deservedly or not, Messi is the face of that. He's quiet, but his quietness speaks volumes because he's the face of Argentine football, and these guys are acting like animals and bigots, and they're hated amongst their own Latin people. But of course, they don't consider the Latino; they call themselves Europeans, the Argentine.
Hmm.
That's part one. But their behavior, their animalistic behavior, them starting fights with the cops down in Atlanta, not realizing they're in a black city and that shit wasn't gonna go that way, right?
Right.
Doing
Exactly.
doing the
Exactly.
racist chants, right? Their behavior after the win, but just that championship game was the worst performance I've seen by a finals team that I've ever seen.
Yep.
They got dominated. They got 0 shots on goal from inside the zero, right? They was on
Zero.
defense the whole time. They just resorted to all the shit that got them there, except the rest wasn't called this time because now the whole world's watching. So they
Yeah, the
couldn't do
referees called a fair game. Like, and
a
I don't
fair
say
game.
that I don't say that because they won. I mean, they because they lost. I don't say that because the red cards. But no, the referees laid it out early that everybody can get it. All the yellow
That's right.
cards that got dished out within like the first 20 minutes of the game was just
Is
like,
that
all
why they
right,
only had 10 players left? I saw that shit. It was like
That's
because
right.
Argentina has only 10 players left.
However,
the kid got double yellowed in the
yeah,
game. He
that's right.
wasn't
Yep.
carrying none from past games, which says a lot about how they were officiating that team overall. But he got double yellowed in that game because all the dirty fucking play, and that was like Jamal just said it, and you could continue. All their dirty play was on display because of how bad they was getting dominated, that all they could do was jump on niggas' necks, try to rip everybody down, pulling
Yep.
short. Like, all the dirty play was on the world stage for everybody to see.
Yep. And it caught up with them. Shout out to Spain. Spain did not take the bait. They didn't get in shoving matches with them. They didn't scream. They just played their fucking game.
They played their
Spain
game.
has quietly, the tiki-taki has been the best team the entire tournament. Every time I bet against them, they won. And their passing is, it's like they all got magnets on their boots.
Yo.
I
Yo.
was like, yo, is Spain out here running the West Coast offense? But the thing with Argentina is everyone hates Argentina, and it goes beyond sports and politics. One, that's Benjamin Netanyahu's team. He supported him, right? Messi's
Yep.
personal guards are Mossad agents, right?
Yep.
Wow.
The president of Argentina describes himself as the world's biggest Zionist. He always kissing Israel's Israeli government's feet and anything else. But
And
the greatest
allegedly,
thing about
Jamal, allegedly
alleged,
about the president, I don't know if it was true or not. I heard somebody say that that's Netanyahu's family. Like, I think
yes,
cousins or
I've
something
heard
like
that too. But
that.
Netanyahu is not his real last name ananyway. So
Right.
that's
Right.
that's for another show. But the greatest thing that happened yesterday is we have to slow clap and cheer the president of these United States again for remaining
Oh no.
undefeated.
No.
Remaining
Oh,
undefeated.
yeah.
Because fam, if that dude is rooting for you, just put it in the L column right away. He is undefeated, bro. Argentina played the worst game of the tournament in the championship. Why? Because old boy came out and publicly endorsed him. So good on them.
What's up?
if Trump say he gonna root for a team, boy, FanDuel shutting it down, boy.
They need to.
He is the cooler brother.
FanDuel
Kalshi's
is
He's the
shutting it
cooler.
down.
Kalshi's pulling all them odds off the table, right? But yeah, man, like, nah, it was just you. I this this final and this World Cup, I think once again displays something that I always mention and how they hate how much access we have to information.
That's right.
They hate how much access we have to information because we kept saying it on the show, but then when we got off the show and you look at what was going down online, everybody was just like, it's the world versus Argentina every single game. Like, I was hesitating watching this game because every time I knew I was hate watching, they fucking won. They won. But I was just like, nah, you know what? My neighbors they was upstairs bugging out, having a good time watching the shit because I heard them. They all was rooting for Argentina, which is hilarious. Shout out to my neighbor who just went in the house. My man told me how much money he lost because he bet on Argentina, and I laughed because but they're good people. They're good people. So, but whatever. But like, they hate how much we have access to information because everybody who was doing any kind of verbalization of what was going on in this World Cup was just speaking to why the world hates Argentina. Now, shout out to the other people out there who also was just like, well, hold on a second, because we understand. Like, I'm paraphrasing a lot of this shit, but it's like, we understand why y'all dislike them, but there are black people still in Argentina.
About one
But
percent.
it's like 1%, and it's not the 1% that, like, in the way we talk about it, because we now know more than we did before the country's history with genocide and intentionally sending all the black people to war with them knowing that they're going to die.
It's called ethnic cleansing.
To go,
The
yes,
the whitening.
Yeah.
yes, doing what
Black
Trump
folks
was
in
trying to do
Argentina
here,
was probably rooting for
allow
Argentina to lose too.
probably, but doing what, like, Trump was trying to do here. You
Yeah.
coming from any white, whatever, European country, or you're a white South African, it's okay. Here, come. You can get a free pass, but all you brown motherfuckers got to get the fuck out. Which is, again, that's one of the beauties about what happened with this World Cup, is that all these people who did get to come in, they didn't get that treatment. They actually was hands off, even though they were hands on. Rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives to ICE within the past few weeks. They were still hands on, but they were hands off from the visitors.
Right.
That's why, like, and just to get off of the Argentina moment for a second. Big ups to everybody who was celebrating and going crazy and having an amazing time in Mexico. Because everybody was also, once Mexico got eliminated and all, most of the games just stopped down there, everybody was like, yo, Mexico needs to host the World Cup next. I don't give a fuck. Like, they was like on that shit. They was on that shit. Infantino being there, it's probably never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But
He may be out though, man.
Mexico, with all the shit and slander that this country puts on that country, they displayed the utmost level of love and respect, and what this moment was supposed to truly encapsulate.
That's right.
You seen all the South Africans and the Senegalese and all. Yo, there was no, it wasn't like West Coast LA Mexicans where it's like, they like, the ones that have the tensions with black people. It's like, no, everybody was like this because
And
of the
when you
love of the game.
Dan, is when you strip away the bullshit, people actually
Hmm.
do get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? There's
Exactly.
a lot of level-headed, common sense people out here than
100%.
the media likes to give credit to. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like,
And
what
you already
they
know
want
this
to
country's
show.
divisive, and this country depends on having division between, specifically black and brown folks. So they
Yes.
stoke it. Yeah.
And what display, what displayed the us versus them like almost to a T was Jamal mentioned Donald Trump, and I'm gonna mention his monkey ass again. When this fucking clown tried to stay too long on the stage as they was giving Spain the cup,
Yep.
and Infantino was trying to pull him off, and you can see the dementia riddled person just standing there looking like he
Lost.
was trying to look like he did that shit.
Yep.
He was trying to stand there like he did that shit. And shout
He
outs to
probably wanted the
whoever.
trophy. He probably wanted the trophy and give him a replica.
He
Hmm.
thought it was his.
Well, you seen he had to have his hands on it with Infantino's to hand it to Spain.
Yep.
The
That
man
was the most
can't miss a
awkward shit I
moment,
ever seen. Them two
Yeah.
dudes walking like this with the trophy together. I was like,
dude.
yo. So y'all gonna
Dude,
drop it?
fortunately, it's not the original one anymore because now what they do, they give replica now, and they keep the real gold one that they used to give. They keep that in there wherever the headquarters is. But but yeah, like seeing them two out on that stage together was like the representation of like that was everything we hated about this shit. They were everything we hated about this. And then yeah, colonizer or not, they're on the right side of things nowadays, like I said, with the Free Palestine and all the other stuff.
Hmm.
Everybody was rooting for Spain except for the people who wanted to see Argentina win. And
Yep.
the bigoted racist fan base, which we seen once again, they lost. They started wilding out and again. They was trying to start fights and getting their asses whooped. I seen videos of them in their country tearing up shit because they lost.
Yeah, that shit
Like,
bad.
like yo, you how I've never I know Saw losing. I know Saw losing. I never seen Saw winning and Saw losing so much though. I never. How are you? How are
Entitlement,
you?
dude.
How are
It's
you
entitlement.
butthurt in both ends?
Yeah.
Something
Extreme
like it
entitlement.
makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
was
used to
bad.
shit being
It was
rigged and
bad, man.
it's entitlement, man. So
Uh, shout out to Spain's photographer for getting him up out of there too, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was gonna try to say that a second ago, but yep. Shout outs to Photoshop or
Hmm.
the free cleanup website that you can crop out anything shout outs to whoever utilized that and made a
Word.
great picture. And then
Oh,
shout
you
outs to
heard
the
old
young
boy,
19-year-old kid.
the announcer from Australia who on the live said what he saw Trump when he said he go, oh, they just gonna edit him out. He said that shit on
Yeah.
live. That shit. Yo, good. Good.
And shout out to the black kid on Spain, young 19-year-old
Jamal,
kid who had
Oh
what's his
yeah,
name?
your
Oh
mom.
yeah,
uh,
Yamal. Yeah.
Jamal, yeah,
Had his little brother at the time of his fucking life, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I know we was all living through that kid in some sort of a way.
word,
Yeah.
man. Yo, he stole the show, man. I was happy as hell to see little dark Hershey baby too was
Right.
Word.
Ain't no question where they
Right?
from.
yep.
What most deaf say is darker than midnight on Broadway and Myrtle.
That's it.
Yep.
Yes, that was
That's
great, man.
dark.
He slayed the dragon for the whole world, brother.
Mm-hmm.
An hour
Mm-hmm.
display took them suckers down, man. And that kid is 19. He don't even have his grown man strength yet. You know what kind of
Yeah.
you see how crazy Mbappe and them is right now? Imagine what this kid's gonna be like at 26.
Crazy.
Monster. A monster. A monster. But
Yep.
Dan, you were saying how they expanded the field, and I liked it because
Oh,
it definitely was.
They're going to. They're talking about expand because they this was the first year for the 46 or 48, right?
48. Yeah,
Mhm.
48.
Yeah.
Well, I
So,
was just saying that it was good because there was some good competition. Like
mm-hmm.
Capo Verde scared the shit out of Argentina. You know what I'm saying? Like
They should have won.
Yep.
they should have
That's why.
won. You know what I'm
That's why I got the phone call from the top.
Right.
He was like, "Yo, nah,
Not
what's
only
going
that,
on?"
it's like it's going to be permanent because the African teams did so well, and African football's been shit on for so long, and
Yeah,
only thing that beat those African teams was inexperience. All of them had the same problem. They went right into defense once they got a lead and just
Yeah.
yeah,
prayed to prevent. But
yeah. Instead of stepping
you
on their
know,
necks, but
yeah, but
they'll
they
learn
That
they
from
was
that.
England's
realized,
problem too.
yeah, man. But England just I knew I that shit was written in the scrolls 200 years ago. That England was gonna shit the bed. That's just what they do. But
It was written in stone where Earth, Wind, and Fire on them.
those African squads played so well. They're like, yeah, we need to have more African footballers there. AFCON football can play.
Yeah, hey, fucking Egypt, Cape Verde was should have beat Argentina. Egypt had Argentina beat, and then fucking Infantino pretty much went on the field himself and fucking had shit changed up
Yep.
and fucking shit reversed. And man, listen, I I want to also say like how this World Cup once again it proved my point of what I said like a couple weeks ago. Imagine if all the African talent went back home to their home countries and
Huh.
played for them instead.
Yep.
You can forget about it. If half of them went
Home,
back home for their
home,
countries instead,
Right.
home court
Yeah.
advantage is a real thing, bro.
Yeah.
Home court
No,
Somebody
but
advantage
not,
is a real thing.
somebody
not
like a Kobe Manu, right? Kobe Manu plays for United. So he's on the English team. Dude, he could have played. You could have went to the Black Stars, Ghana Black Stars, played there, and you would have started. He didn't play 1 minute in the World Cup.
no.
You know what I'm
You know how
saying?
many
Like
Mbappe
players
should be playing for Nigeria, no?
Cameroon.
Cameroon,
Cameroon?
my bad.
About five of them on the English team can play for Jamaica. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yep.
So
They
it just
seriously need some help with that team, Jamal.
reggae boys. Yeah, man.
And
They,
and and what's in it? And then the I got forget the kid's name from the US too. He could have went back to England and played for England or
Balogun.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Balogun.
Baloo.
Yeah. But like and then again, I know y'all seen it because once again, what I was stating last week and the weeks before was proven true once again. I seen a video recently, and I think it was like Christian Pulisic was on the cover of a magazine or some shit like that. Like on some like they were still trying to prop him up as like he's the hope of the US. And he was terrible. He wasn't that good. He wasn't that good. I can't
He's
say
definitely
terrible.
Marvin.
He wasn't that good, but
Yeah.
he plays better. He plays better when he's in Europe. He plays better when he's in Europe. But
He
it
sucked
goes
in there
back to
too,
what
though. The last 6 months, he sucked.
but he it goes back to what I and oh it was with you that what I
Mm.
mentioned I think last week when we was talking Landon Donovan, Alexi Lawless and shit like that. Like the US just wants that great white hope to be the face of. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you gotta embrace this brown. You gotta embrace the blackness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Introduce this shit to more kids in the hood. Like I side note of I seen a post. I don't know if it was an accurate quote from the cat who won the home run derby. And allegedly he said we need to see more black kids in baseball. When I saw that quote, it made me think back on some shit that I talked about like a decade ago with JP on this show, where I wanted to start like a youth baseball camp and resurrect some of my old baseball knowledge from what I know and just give the kids the basics to then get to the next, take it to the next level, but try to get more kids who look like us into these sports.
Yep.
They need to do that. There's something that, and I don't, even when it happens, I'm not rooting for the US. Brazil made me love the sport. That's my team. I'm not
Hmm.
rooting for the US, but if the US wants to get better, even some of the pros on TV said they didn't say it directly, but they pretty much said you got to embrace the hood.
Yeah.
You got to get more. You said it. Oh, you got to get more to low income environments involved.
It's a poor man's
Yep.
sport, man.
That's
And
the
you
only
can't.
way, man.
Yeah, every other country, all the stars come from like Marseille, the hood outside of France, and this in the slums, the poor parts of Paris creates the best soccer players in the fucking world. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil.
It, yeah,
Brazil.
and
The
it's
favelas.
they what did they say? France alone had almost 90 players in this year's World Cup came
Oh
from them.
wow,
Wow.
It's crazy. That's
wow,
crazy.
that
That's
is
how good.
crazy.
That's how much of a football factory, those French hoods have become, and basketball, and basketball.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
point, it's not even close. After the U.S., who's the second best country in basketball? It's France. It's not even close.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
So,
absolutely right.
but the thing is, in this country, they, the pay for play is not working now. If you're good at soccer, if your parents don't have 8 to 15 grand to send you to these soccer camps, you don't play pro. That's
You're
it.
done. Yeah.
So it's
Right.
the sport of the privileged, and as long as you have that, forget it, man.
And
That's
that's
what
how they
they
made.
always do here, though. That's
Mhm.
what they always. And it happens all across the board: baseball, basketball, football.
Basketball might be the worst.
That's why
Basketball
I
might
don't
be
like
the
AAU
worst.
shit, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just
And it never
you
used to
could
be
have
that way,
all the
man.
God-given talent in the world. If they don't want to put the machine behind your back, you better start looking for your 9 to 5, buddy, because
Man, same
that's
thing
what's
with
good.
boxing. They wonder why it's always, these countries aren't better than us at boxing. Their programs are better because we got rid of Golden Gloves. They want to make cash cows at everybody and turn these kids pro right away. These kids are athletically gifted, but they don't got the fundamentals to fall back on as they age. And they
Right.
wonder why these other
And
dudes coming from the Eastern Bloc spend 12 years in amateurs coming there with 300 fights.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know what, you say Golden Glove is, I don't hear about the, I can't tell you the last time I heard about the Golden Gloves.
I'm about to
Like
say they
that
got they
used to
got
be
rid
the
of him.
that used to, that's what Jamal is kind of saying, because that used
My
to be
friend.
like a daily news fucking staple.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
yeah,
that
say
was one of the
Post
things you look for in
Post
the
Daily
paper.
News. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Used to always know who the next crop of hot boxers in the U.S. were coming out. And that shit is done.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That shit is done. They just right now, you got some talent. They'll
Politics.
keep you in the amateurs for a little bit, and immediately you got 15 managers and 16 promoters at your door trying to make money off you. And they send these kids in
Hmm.
this pros too early. They send them too fucking
Look,
early, man.
look.
Wow.
Anything that wants to benefit kids, it started with Saturday morning cartoons, and it went downhill after that. Right? Saturday morning cartoons were educational. Kids watched them, whatever. Somebody thought it was a bad idea. We need to put more nature shows, more bullshit talking points, and it went away. Then you had sports, same thing. You get these kids that are nice, but I want my son to play on this team. I don't care how good that kid is. Jamal is from down the block. I'm putting my son on this team, and I got the money to put him on this team. So,
Yeah, that
and
part.
that's what happens, man. They just erase the talent, bro. They just erase it, and then they wonder why they're not so good. This is the best we could put on the floor. He's like, there's no way. It was just like the U.S. and Olympics with the 3-on-3 basketball. Where did they find these people at? I know
Yeah.
4 dudes in the park that was half better than half them dudes that were playing for the representing us in the Olympics.
Like the
I was like,
breakdancing
come on, bro.
Olympics.
Yeah, like come on, dudes. Where you finding these people at? Where are you
Yo,
finding these people at,
that
man?
was their favorite boy.
It's just, it
Breakdance
just,
Olympics
Ooh,
was
Ray Gun. Ooh, Ray
yeah,
Gun. That whole scheme. That man. Listen, whoever is in charge of hip hop in that country, they done failed. And Australia got hip hop out there, but like, damn, you know what? Hey, I'm not hating on her. I'm hating on her because fuck you, you got it eliminated from the Olympics. But I'm not hating on, because again, we live in a capitalistic world. We live in a take
they made their
advantage of the
money.
moment society.
That's right.
She took advantage of the moment.
Yeah.
She set up the contests. She said, "Hey, ain't nobody running this show, so fuck it, I'ma run it." And then she
listen,
pulled what Infantino couldn't do. She controlled the whole game and said, "Fuck it, I'm going to the Olympics." And then went out there and fucking did some fucking artsy fartsy, like I'm
Hippity
in
hop.
I'm
Spin the
I'm
Rooney,
I'm in
bro.
the middle
She did the spin the Rooney and the
I'm in the
kangaroo.
middle of the MoMA, fucking doing some fucking, I'm just throwing buckets of water on the floor and rolling in it shit. and said, "I win."
bro.
Like,
Ta-da!
I always go
right,
back to
Feel
say,
like jazz hands.
right. You see, he ain't on camera tonight. He did the jazz hands without being on camera.
I,
yeah,
Hit the tambourine.
dude.
y'all would never know.
I will always fall back to. I will always fall back to when you see decisions like that made. I just always go. I always say there was not one black person in the room when this decision was made, bro. Not one.
Hmm.
Not one person of color was like, "Hey, you might want to rethink about this."
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
just like the video that I'm getting a lot of likes on my comment, which we were transitioning in a second, but I ask y'all, you seen the video with the dude who was just like, so do you have to be from New York City? Do you have to be from New York to be a New Yorker? And
Mm,
everybody was like, no, no, no,
mm.
no, no. And I was like, of course, you didn't ask not one New Yorker. Well, I said not one New Yorker is asked. So then what was it? I think one of y'all or no, I seen it on my own. Somebody the dude posted a video like on some like, yo, just to dispel all this nonsense, this is the guidelines on how you can deem yourself a New Yorker. And he was like, if you were born in this city, you're a New Yorker. If you lived in this city 20 years, then you are like affiliated, like you're a New York affiliate. Like you can say you're from here, but you got to say like I'm from here. Like I'm from here, but I'm not from here. And he was like, if you're like 15 years or more, you got to be like, well, I'm from Ohio, but now I'm a New Yorker. Like, what do y'all say? I mean, I go by the credo of what hospital was you born in? I go by that. Like, do you know what a bus pass is?
That's right.
Okay, a bus
Token.
pass, not a Metro card, a bus pass. Okay, you might be a real New Yorker. What do y'all say as us New Yorkers? Like, what makes what makes you a New Yorker? What's the time limit? What's to
Have
y'all?
you ridden the train past 125th Street, Uptown? Have you been on a train from the Bronx all the way to Coney Island? Did you
I was
do
gonna
that
say.
2 hour ride?
I was
Have
gonna
you
say
ever walked
if
up
you
one
if
of the
you
D train stairways?
if you've ever been to Broadway Junction or
Yes.
ridden on the 6th line, then okay.
I think it's in
Nah, I
your
don't know
written
about that.
test. You have to know what a quarter water is. You got to know what Sunnydale Farms is. You know what I mean?
Right?
You got to know
And
what
just
a
Yeah.
nutcracker is. You know what I'm
that's
What
it,
saying? Like,
what borough is the domino sign in?
right? All that. Tad steaks. Do you know what that shit is? You know what I mean?
Or
So
beefsteak
no,
chop.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know
The
these things. Yeah.
the
Beefsteak
first
Charlie's.
no, the first two questions, and I think I mean this with all my heart. Have you ever done New Year's Eve in Times Square? And have you ever been to the Statue of Liberty?
mm, class trip, but not for pleasure.
Yeah.
School trip.
I've
Class trip
never,
for the
I've
Statue of Liberty, but I've been to New Year's Eve twice.
Never been.
but I would say because most real New Yorkers, I've done it, I think twice, but I wasn't in the middle of it. I was at work in a truck on an
Hmm.
off block. So I consider I've still never been in Times Square for the ball drop.
No,
No.
I
Hmm.
was in there
Re-
before all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Security
Yeah,
had you
before the,
locked
the
down. You
caged
had to
off
stand
and
and piss on yourself for 6 hours type shit.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. I
Niggas
would
wear
never do that
diapers
now.
to that shit.
Yeah, I would never
My
do that
wife says it
now.
all the time. Like the adult diapers fucking sell out.
Word?
Wow.
Yep.
She works in the Walgreens right there, Dwayne Reed, right there on 45th. She says that
Shit,
them
I've been
shit
in there
sell out all
a
the
few
time.
times.
That is nasty as
Wow.
hell, bro.
Yeah, like
But yeah, I think those should be the first two questions of the test. Because again, most real New Yorkers, you might have, like I say, you like TJ, you might have done it, but like this new era of ball drop, like nah, like Most real
Have
New
you ever
Yorkers
been
don't
on
do the ball drop.
Pennsylvania Ave in Brooklyn? Have you ever been on Church? Have you seen Avenue X? You know what I'm
Do you know
saying?
where Nostrand is, right?
Right.
You know where Nostrand
Broadway
Ave
Junction.
is. Where do you get the
Mhm.
where do you get your jerk chicken from?
Man, where is the
If
West
you
Indian
buy
Good
your
question.
Bakery
beef
located?
patty from a pizza shop, do not talk to me.
You ever been to
I
Juve?
We've done that. I'm sorry. We used to do that because one time the only spot that had beef patties was the pizzeria.
I could never do that.
Wow.
Could
I've
There
never
never
was
done
one
do
that.
time, but see, y'all was in spots where it was Staten Island. There used to be a Jamaican spot around the corner on Castleton Ave where my father used to always go to get Seamoss drinks and all that shit back in the day and beef patties, but that shit been gone long when
Here's
I
your
was
first
still
question.
living out there.
Here's the first question, Dan. Do New Yorkers consider Staten Island a borough?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
you
tough.
got it.
That's
You got
tough.
it. You got it. The answer is yes, but you got it. You got that.
Fair part of Jersey.
The answer, the answer is fucking yes, but you got that. Fucking have you ever how many times have you ridden the cyclone?
Oof, too many.
Ooh,
Too
I've done it.
many.
I know I've
That
done
was
it.
our that was our summertime Disney World, fam. Growing up.
That or ride Playland if you was ever in the
Vibe
Bronx.
oh
Playland,
my
yeah.
God.
I've
Oh
been
my
there when
God.
I was living in the Bronx.
House of Horrors, bro.
Used to go there and spend $5 on Ring King, boy.
House of Horrors.
There was
I've
some
been
other
there too
spot they
many
used to take us
times.
to out in Queens when I used to go to Young People's Day Camp. They took us to some
Wow, you did that, Jamal? Jamal?
yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. My parents had us in there. We weren't staying home in the summer while they
Damn.
was at work. Yeah, they had us out there,
Them
man.
niggas used to come and invade the pool, boy. I
Yeah,
used to,
fam. Out there in
I
Marine
used to
Park,
hate
bro.
that shit. Oh my
So,
God.
we wasn't
They used
really
to
out there
invade the pool.
that far out in Brooklyn yet during the days either. So yeah, man.
Say, have you ever gotten Spanish food from Brisas on Castle Hill Ave? Or went to Sabrosura right across the street? If you have, you might be from New York City.
Yeah.
It might be.
You
Yeah.
gotta do you do, what was the damn what was the strip club on the split to the Bruckner? I've never been there, but I used to drive past there
Oh,
all the
Sue's
time.
Rendezvous.
oh, no,
No,
no, no,
Sue's
no.
was
The
up
Golden
first.
Lady. The
Yes, the
Golden
Golden
Lady.
Lady. The
Yeah, I
Golden
got stopped
Lady.
at
And
the
then
door because they thought I was an undercover cop like 3 times.
I never went in. I've been past there all the
That
time when
place
it
was
was open.
cavernous, boy. Uh, you know what? Have you ever been to the McDonald's across the street from West 4th Street Park and seen a fight? You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I haven't seen a fight, but I've been to that. I used to work in that area. I've been to that McDonald's all the time. Okay,
I
here's
seen some
another question.
legendary
That's
beatdowns in
where
that
too.
place, B.
Where was
Legendary
where
beatdowns.
was Fat Beats? Do you know where Fat Beats was? Can you take me there?
Ooh.
I know. I used to shed a tear every time I drove past in the truck.
Yeah.
Every time I look at it, I shake my head. It's a fucking
Never get
massage
gear from
place or
Delancey
yoga.
Street, bro.
you know,
No
where
bet.
where did you used to buy your car canals from? If you answer anywhere
Oh,
but you answer anywhere but Canal Street or downtown
nah,
Brooklyn, you might
nah,
be
nah.
wrong.
Fordham Road, bro. Don't sleep on Fordham, dogs.
No, I know, I
Fordham
know.
Road had all that shit.
hmm
Have you ever been to
I just
Fordham
never,
Road in
I,
the summertime?
right, right. If you can walk down T-Bout at midnight, you we might be able to consider you a New Yorker. Oh shit! Or take one of the step streets along Jerome Ave.
Bro,
You
even
gotta
like
do
if you went up to
you gotta
Harlem
do
to
a couple
Grand
laps.
Stream or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go back to like the 90s when it was a fucking car show on 125th, you know what I'm saying? On Friday nights and shit like that. Like, whew, the memories.
Right.
Good times. Good times.
Super good
Yeah, I
times.
wasn't I wasn't up there in the '90s. I wasn't up there till the 2000s, to the mid 2000s when I started, start dating my wife. I
Or the
wasn't up
Bronx?
there. That's when I was up there. Yeah, but even like the Bronx, Harlem, like going to Tom was it, the projects on 128th Street, what St. Nicholas projects, where my
Yeah,
wife's aunt lives.
bro, it was hard to get people to
My
come up
wife's
to
from
the Bronx.
Jefferson
I'm not
projects,
gonna
and
lie.
and
It was hard to get people to come up to the Bronx, B. It was like, yo, you taking the 2 train to the last stop? I was like, yeah. He's like, nah, B.
That's too long of a
I'm
ride
good.
from Brooklyn, fam.
Yeah, that's what
it is.
That's too long of a fucking ride, man. I hated going to the
That's
Bronx.
yeah,
I used to live in Westchester Squares. I was 4 stops from the end of the 6. I fell
yeah.
asleep on that train one time and went all the way to the end by accident.
Fam,
Damn.
if you ain't never caught the 4 train on Eastern Parkway and took that shit to the last stop on the Bronx, man.
Mm, I got one Staten Island specific. Have you ever fell asleep on the ferry and rode it both ways? And then,
Mm.
because
Ooh,
it's never happened to me, but I know plenty of people who fell asleep. And this was when before the ferry, like they would walk the ferry and make sure they got everybody off. But once in a
Right.
while, there would always be that one or two that never got off that they didn't know. Like the shoe. Shout out to the if you know the shoe shine guy from the ferry, then maybe you might be from New York City. And you have to
Listen,
be that's that 80s to early 90s era
listen, Dan.
of Staten Island, New York City that everybody knew the shoe shine guy.
Nothing was funnier than when we was coming out to see y'all for karaoke and they was doing taxes in the women's bathroom and shit.
Oh
yo,
shit.
that's different. That's just
Son, the
different.
ferry was the ferry was
Bro,
a
they had a
son,
school
that's
desk
when
out there with a chair. People had their envelopes ready and shit, bro. It was crazy.
I've never
Wow.
seen that. But I will tell you, like, yo, if you ever seen a singing performance on the Staten Island Ferry, you're and if you could say you've seen one from 20, and you're here in 2026, you're now from New York. Because random times you wouldn't even know it. You would see the Force MDs, well, actually before this is before I was young, before me ever even the Force MDs used to sing on the ferry.
Wow.
There used to be mad random people used to like, and it would always be the middle deck towards the front of the boat, whichever way it was going. That's where all the
Mhm.
performances would be. Rest in peace to my man Shondell. I remember seeing him one time trying to be up there singing on that shit and doing that shit. You see
If you ain't
singing,
never caught a,
dancing.
a presentation of United Homeless Organization on the train,
Right?
got
Yo,
got one of them sandwiches.
is
oh,
anybody
he
hungry or homeless? You don't have to be homeless to be hungry.
right,
Oh my
right.
god.
Son, if you knew or if you was ever on the train when anybody came on saying, I'm trying to sell candy to raise
Oh,
money
he
for
is
the New
right.
York Nuggets basketball team. I ain't never in life seen the fucking New York Nuggets uniform. But I remember cats getting on there all the time, all the learning as an adult. It was just some older niggas making the young kids hustle for them and sell candy on the train. There was no New York Nuggets basketball team.
Oh, sir. New York
There's a
I ain't
Nuggets.
never
dude
heard
on
of it.
there's a dude on Staten Island right now. Every year I see him around the MCU or some other spots. One year it was for like the Staten Island Vikings football team. Never seen this team ever. And then it was another, I think it was like the Ravens another year. And the dude would have a clipboard with the things and like I would look at him like, dude, and he never got me for money. But then when I caught on, I was like, yo, where is this football team? I asked him. And then eventually he walked away from me. Cause nigga,
Yeah.
you lying. Like,
You asked too many
so
questions, Shorty. Shorty asked too many questions.
Asking
you
way too many
lying.
questions.
If you might be from New York City. If you're here in 2026 and you lived here when somebody walked up to you asking you, hey, do you wear perfume or cologne?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did
I
that
was
job.
one of I
I
was
did
one
that
of those
job for about a
people for
week.
son, me, I
Wow.
was one of them for 1 week. Oh, 1 week. And you want to
Shirt
know
and
what I
tie.
did? Son, you want to know what I did? You want to know what I did with that? Oh, I used to utilize that on my resume because they said everybody's a manager. Yeah, everybody. So I used to say that was management experience.
Listen, I ain't mad at it. Shit.
And then I would inflate like how long I did it for because the company was already gone. That fucking pyramid scheme, it was already
Hmm.
gone.
Well, you
I
were
was.
you're a manager of your or yourself because
Mm-hmm.
you was your own
A
boss
self
back then.
starter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And just like
That's
drugs, you end up getting high on own supply because them shits were actually good. They they were actually. Am I lying? Oh, they were kind of close to the. They were
Yo, I
real
don't think I've ever
replicas.
tried. I don't think I've ever tried to do anything on my own, man.
I did. The jupe was purple.
juke.
Mhm.
Oh
Just
man.
like, just like Jupe.
Oh shit. Oh shit. But anyway, back to the Great White Hype stuff. So Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark,
Oof.
Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark. Yo, I mean, what I seen when looking up just her stats, some stats and shit like that. One of the links that came up was just like the Caitlin Clark experiment is tired, and I think it was on the New York Times website. It was like this. It's tired now. It's tired
Got
now.
blood fatigue.
It's like at what point? At what point? Which I want to say at what point do we allow her to just play basketball? But she's doing that. She's doing that. So the question really is at what point does the conversation surrounding her die the fuck down? Because I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a fan of hers. Like I like her. I like her as a player because she's very good. But I don't like her as a player at the same time because, as I said on a TikTok I made like last week, one of my daily reminders, you're too young in your career to be this whiny of a fucking player.
Yeah.
Like just because the media is propping you up, sometimes justifiably, a lot of the times you're not producing the way that a superstar player should. Like you're not you should realize now you're not going to get all the calls. And I gotta say, like this one woman I've seen a video talking about her say, like, you can see the way she plays, it doesn't look like she takes her game serious and really works on her defaults in the offseason. Because year in, year out, since she's been in the league, she comes in, she tries hard to look for calls. Obviously, you're not getting them. You're not getting the superstar treatment because you don't and I said consistently play like one. Shout outs to her and her 45 and 10 the other night. But like, and I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna pull the stats up on the screen now. Last 5 game stats. This is the problem when a lot of us talk about the sport itself. This is the problem in what we're talking about with her. It's she's inconsistent. You got a good game, cool. You can shoot the three, you can shoot the lights out the gym when you want to, cool. But 9 points on the eighth, 12 points, 13 points. Then you had the 45-point explosion back down to 17. And I believe in that game, in the 17, yeah, it was against the Liberty. She caught a tech within the first like 9 minutes of the game
Hmm.
because one referee finally decided to stand up and say, get like all this shit you doing in my face. Nah, like that shit would have been, if it was FIFA, red card. Sit your ass down. You're playing with four. You know what I'm saying? You're playing with four. But like Tyrone's not here. And shout out to Tyrone. Shout out to Tyrone family. A lot of major family, positive family situation possibly going down for him tonight. But if he was here, he would be the one still, once again, saying she's the one that brought the league back. She's the person who brought the attention. It wasn't only her. It wasn't only her. Because as I stated the last time we talked about this shit, it was a package deal with her. It was her and Angel Reese.
Yep.
It was her and Angel Reese. It was, in my opinion, the WNBA finally got their Magic and Bird situation. The difference is she's the bird in the situation. No jokes behind that. No double entendres. She's the Larry Bird in the situation, but she don't play nothing like Larry Legend. Nothing like Larry Legend. While Angel, Angel Reese, she don't play like Magic, but when we talk about consistency, she's been the far more consistent
Yeah,
player out of
she's
the
she's
two.
that.
Working on her game and
She,
working on her weaknesses too. You know what I mean?
yes, and is excelling in Atlanta far more than she did in Chicago. But
Yep.
reality, Jamal, like goes back to what I said before about the whole great white hype thing, and this is what they want. Like we've seen it as far as allegedly Congress was gonna trying to write legislation to protect her. Like, come on, she can't play basketball in a bubble suit. Get that out your head. But reality, once again, unfortunately, racism comes into play when talking about her. One thing that I kind of recognize is like she doesn't, and I'm not the only one who's caught this, but like she doesn't step up and shut down the people who are the bigoted, racist people with the opinions behind her, trying to utilize her as the vehicle for their machine, their purpose, what they're trying to talk about. She never shuts that down.
She's benefiting
But
from it.
also, right, but also, I again looking up, recalling, and then going to look it up to make sure. Like I never forgot, and then I read it again. I remember the video. She was on stage, like stating, like I wouldn't be here. This game wouldn't be the game it would be with if it wasn't for the black women who are in the game now and didn't and preceded me within this game. But I recognize and I know my privilege. Stop playing on your privilege. Like she needs to stop playing on I got this privilege and it should work for me and just play the game. If she just played the game, but also did the pushback on like, yo, if you think you're saying you're not a racist, you're saying you're not all this, and I don't perceive her to be a racist. That's just me. I don't perceive her to be a racist. But you're looking pretty adjacent when you don't say, nah, get the fuck out of here. I
Hmm.
don't want that shit around me. Don't bring that up when you don't act like that when you're using my name. She don't do that. The real great white hype that this league really wants and really should be pushing and really is that one is Paige Beckers.
Yep.
But
Too
it
much on
don't
her plate.
happen. It doesn't happen only because Paige is not a straight woman.
One, I think they know Paige's politics are clear as day, and they know where she stands. That's why it's not happening.
That's that too. She was
You know,
raised by black women.
I don't think
Hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and say Caitlin Clark's race. I just don't think she's. I think she has very low emotional intelligence, and she's a kid. So I will not put the whole thing to standing up for the race. I can't put that in. They're 22, 23. She got a thing. I don't think she's well. She's a brat. She acts out mentally. She doesn't try. She's the type of person. If we were in football and we had a player like that, your ass would be running laps or be stuck in Oklahoma drills all practice. Yo, that's what I'm looking at her. I was like, no, she's just uncoached. They need a hard ass coach who can tell her sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. And I'm sorry, that coach's arm is probably tied behind her back because the owner's probably like, that's my prize horse. You let her do what she wants to do. But she's a brat. She whines. She looks for fouls and just tries to get a foul on something. She fakes and falls. She's one of those kids that fall is fine, and then she looks around. If nobody notices, she starts crying and looking
Yeah.
to see if somebody's noticing. I was like, no, she's not well. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just see her as this brat. She didn't strengthen her body. She still got that same college body. You're in a rough pro league now, girl. Remember when Michael Jordan flipped that switch after getting his ass whipped by the Knicks and flopped around by the Pacers?
For his first 6 to 8 years.
Yeah, it's like, fam, she has to make that switch because it's a physical fucking league. She talks a lot of shit and she gets a lot of shit back. But the fact that she's always searching for fouls and flopping, even when she has the ball, it's too much. It's just the theatrics are ruining the game, and the games are becoming about, what kind of award is she going to get tonight? The other thing is the only way that the WNBA has to police that. They can stop that right away by continuing to giving her texts, and her getting suspended. If she's not
or the league step in and fine her.
Yeah, fines
like,
and
let her know this ain't
fix
FIFA.
shit. Yeah,
this ain't soccer. This ain't football. Where all that acting, and we've seen it this whole World Cup. All that acting would be out the fucking door.
That's right. So that's just it. I mean, the other stuff, I just think she's immature, man. She's immature and she's got low emotional intelligence right now, and she's a lot of pressure was put on her, but she's looking to be the golden horse, but she ain't got no saddle on her yet. And she needs to just suck it up and play ball. If you start showing consistently and hitting them threes and scoring points, the rest will start giving you those calls. You know what pro basketball does to players that score a lot. If she can consistently just play through that shit, score her 30 points a night, all of a sudden, anytime anybody near her, there'll be a whistle.
And actually get fouled. How about that? Like, actually get fouled. Like, I wanted Tyrone to be here because I would have then pulled up the video that I sent to the group chat, which I know y'all seen it, and I put it down to 0.3 speed on YouTube and screen recorded it just to show, like, where was the knee contact, TJ? Where was the contact for this alleged contusion?
That's not even my problem. The people that are complaining don't even fucking watch Catlin Clark play basketball.
That part too.
How's Congress going to try to make a rule for it? Congress don't watch no fucking WNBA. They couldn't name you one player besides Catlin Clark that's in the WNBA. So what are you complaining about, bro?
That's what they need to worry about.
They need to worry about Weekend with Bernie.
Listen,
Bernie.
All these people are crying, don't watch the sport, don't own a T-shirt, can't tell you who's playing, what team is playing in their own state. None of that shit. They don't know Sabrina Ionescu or what's the other? Yeah, they don't know. They don't know these people. They have no clue who these people are. But they want to cry. So when they see Catlin Clark drop 45, they think this is a regular thing. Why? You wouldn't celebrate it if it was regular. Because if it was regular, she'd be on SportsCenter every night. Killing it.
I know all of y'all phones went off crazy with alerts from every app possible when she scored that 45.
Yeah, but I'm just like, come on. Like you said, in the last 5 games. What has she done in the last 20 games? All those points that you showed, she didn't even have 20 points. She had 15, 17, 7, 12, 45, back down to 17. Like, does she even average 20 points a game?
How many points does she
right now?
up?
Yeah, 20.7. She's averaging 20.7 this
She's
year.
barely getting there. So, I give you that. But her field goal percentage ain't that great. Her 3-point percentage ain't that great. She's a walking turnover. Like, come on. Let's get to the brass tacks here. Let's get to the
field goal is at 15 point. A field goal percentage is 15 point. No, field goal percentage is 0.428, and 3-point percentage is at 0.333. So if she's in baseball, she's a Hall of Fame hitter.
But like, she's not even the best on her team right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's stop. Let's stop it. And just I don't get the hype anymore. Just go out there and hoop. Let your game back up all this bullshit. It's the same thing. We you can't ask for Harden calls if you ain't James Harden. You know what I'm saying? One of the most
Mhm.
prolific scorers in the game that's putting up historical numbers. You're gonna get those calls. You're not doing that you're not doing that on the biggest level, most professional level there is. I tell you one thing: if she was playing overseas in Russia or Turkey or whatever places, she wouldn't last a season. She wouldn't last a season. She'd be back home crying.
Either talking
So
about I got beat up, or the ownership group over there might lay down a different kind of like, you touch her, we kill you.
nah,
It
nah.
might be a little different overseas. It might be you touch her, you die.
It's just they're doing too much now, man. And it don't need to be black, white, or whatever. It's basketball at this point.
That's what
Can
it
you
should
play
be.
basketball? Yes. Are you really good to be considered among the elite in basketball? No. All them girls before her, Asia, Sue Bird, Inescu, all these people have done something. They've won something. They're perennial all stars. They're always in the playoffs. They're carrying their teams. You don't get mentioned with them like that. The only thing you carrying is your bag from the bus to the hotel right now. That's the only shit you carrying.
It's too much. Yeah, it's
But
just not basketball. It's just all dramatics now, and she's taking the
Playing from
focus
a
off
monk
of
was
basketball.
iPhone.
The hell?
shout outs to Google in the background. But like that. But that's the thing. To what it's all the surrounding shit. And I fall back on what I said before. Oh, it's because she is a great player who is allegedly a straight white woman in America. I think that's the reason why so many people are trying to prop her to wear, because they're not looking at the basketball like they should.
Yeah.
They're just looking at her as a symbol for whatever fucking message that they're trying to get across.
Right. And at the end of the day, they don't really know what message whether she's laughed or lied or whatever. I mean, as far as her sexuality, have we seen her with anyone? Or are we just all
I don't
assuming?
think so.
Yeah,
I don't think
I wish
so.
Scottie Pippen was trying to was with that, but maybe that was just rumors.
You said Scottie Pippen's son?
Yeah, no, Scottie
Maybe.
Pippen.
Who knows?
They
Oh,
said Pippen
Scottie
was
Pippen
trying to.
himself.
Yeah,
Oh.
just cheetah.
oh, that ain't a good look. But damn, well, all right, I guess.
I mean, if you Scottie Pippen, it is, man.
Yeah, well,
He might teach you how to play D, play that D.
That's the
Take
best
that
thing
how
that
take that
happened there,
however
Scottie
you
Pippen.
want.
That's right.
Take that however you want. She can
Show
learn how
you
to
how to
play
use
that
our
D.
hands and shit. You know what I'm saying?
oh man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's yeah, nah, we never I don't think we ever seen her technically with them. But that's what they're banking on. And so I would I would love for the day that she would be like, you know what, y'all, you bitch, you thought, and be like, I'm out
Right.
the closet. They would their whole world would shatter.
Although
Their
they'll
brains would probably
assassinate her, bro.
explode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nah, bro.
no
Republic
disrespect.
number one.
Nah. If Lindsey Graham could have tricked around here as an open, she's
Well, he won.
fine, dogs.
He
She's
won open.
fine, dude.
We knew it. We knew it, but Lindsay, according to Lindsay wasn't open like that.
Everybody in Congress knew about Lindsey, dogs. Everybody in Congress knew about Lindsey, dogs.
What did that nigga from Jersey say? He's like, there's gonna be a big hole. There's gonna be a big hole to fill. No, it was the fucking coon. It was the coon from South Carolina who said it. Mr. Big Dumbs, fucking Dumb Donald down there, whatever the fuck his
Oh,
name is.
Oh, Bird.
No,
no,
no, he
no.
looks like a
Tim
bird.
Scott, hot dog
Talk about
water.
Tim
I think
Scott.
it's
Tim
Yeah,
Scott.
Tim Scott. Yeah, yeah. he said
Oh man,
he said there's gonna be a big hole. There's gonna be a big hole in Congress to fill. Like, sure,
Tim Scott, he
Lindsay
got them
knew about big
consequence
holes to
teeth
fill.
and shit. He got teeth like
Nah,
consequence,
no,
just
no,
big chunk.
his gums was the size of Consequence's teeth. But yeah, he knew about the big holes, of course. But yeah, nah. I mean, hey, Luther did it, but Luther only did it because of his mama. He hit it,
Oh,
and that's what I
I
got to.
mean,
As go ahead, TJ.
I mean,
Was about to say something
I mean,
disrespectful.
I mean, that was kind of a given and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the signs was there. You know what I'm saying? Just it was more of a shock when you started listening to the words of his music. Then you were like, oh, okay, a house is
Right
not a
now.
home. You know what I'm saying? A chair is just a chair. You know,
Dance with
so
my father again. Whose father you trying to dance with? Chill, stepdad.
Everyone.
Oh man.
But
Over
yo,
here slandering
I
Luther.
nah. So so love with Luther. But I just want to say on that note, there, man. Like, when is MAGA gonna come out?
never.
The
Yeah,
closet
no.
has been wide open.
The
Cause
closet's glass, nigga. The closet is glass. What are
so
you
I gotta
talking about?
say, like,
I can see right through it.
MAGA is the gayest group known to man. And again, I don't say that with any slander towards anybody from the LGBT plus community. I don't. I just never seen groups of men love a man so hard, but allegedly they're straight. Never,
Man,
never,
It's
never in
self hate,
life.
dude.
they
It's
said
self
they
hate,
said that
man.
they said Grinder flew that flag at half staff when Lindsey Graham died, man.
But that's facts. Every Republican convention grinders off the charts. They said they
Gr-
Off
crashed
the
the app the
chart.
last one. You know what I
they
mean?
crash servers every
Yeah.
time.
That's
And what's the
crazy.
name? Biden's kid. Well, he out there on his Cat Williams tour, just spilling all the tea. He was talking
Right.
about that whole closeted community in Washington that was Lindsey Graham was down with, and they all Republican
Wow.
And
doing things
and and
and making creating laws that punish these people for a lifestyle that they're living themselves.
mhm.
There's
That's
no
the way it
fucking sense.
goes, man.
Hunter Biden deserves to live his life and expose all of them motherfuckers because all
Uh,
that shit dragging that they tried to do with him that he
Yep.
owned up to, but like it's all good that y'all are doing it, Trump sons. Y'all could do everything that y'all claimed he was doing,
you know how hypocrites do.
allegedly was doing.
You know how
Y'all are
hypocrites
doing it.
do. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
So Hunter Biden's laptop. The only thing on Hunter Biden's laptop was crack dust, bro. That's it. Well, nothing else.
Hmm.
Leave that man alone. Let him live,
Yo.
man.
That's a different kind of fingerprint powder. Mad
Oh my.
booger residue. But
That's
anyway, this was a good Monday night, y'all. This was better
it
than
was
any
real
Monday
quick,
Night
Dan.
Raw. Yo,
It was real quick because just how we were saying that when you were saying earlier about the World Cup and the media wasn't showing all the shit that everybody online was talking about. It's the same thing with the war. Hegseth hasn't done a press conference in like 4 or 5 months. We
no,
just now
he did one recently. I'm glad you brought
oh
that up, TJ. I'm
for
sorry. He brought that up
testosterone.
because that
Oh, the
because like yo,
testosterone.
Jamal, what did you just say about them exposing everything that they do that they wanna ban? This nigga approved gender affirming care.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, what was this?
The testosterone you just mentioned.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut your moment, TJ, but you can have it back. I
No.
just wanted to throw that in. I wanted to scream that to the fucking heavens just now. This nigga
Tragedy.
approved gender affirming care. The same shit that they don't want people who are just doing it to be themselves. You are now it's optional allegedly. He's trying to make more men out of the people in the military. Meanwhile, this nigga can't do a fucking bench press or a fucking push up properly
Drink
on
though, he could
video.
take down a fifth of vodka though.
Yeah,
Yeah. He need
he
that.
can do them
He
cake
need that juice
curls.
first.
Right. But my bad, TJ, you're right. He hasn't done any press conferences about any of these war actions right now.
No, we got to find out how many months later there's over 100 people injured.
Dead.
After two more people have died because of what's going on in Iraq, bro. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. They're not talking about equipment not working. You know what I'm saying? Running out of shit. Using up all our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
But
I
spending
we
just
all
totally
seen a
these
destroyed
video
their
trying to.
from a
military though.
West. I
You know
just
what I
seen
mean?
a video from a West Indian dude who he was reporting off of an active military person's video about a base getting carpet bombed from Iran
Yep.
Wow.
because of what the commander in chief is fucking doing.
But we've obliterated their defenses, though, dogs. You know what I'm
Military.
saying?
Gone. They
We
got no navy yet. They blocking the strait. How's that? How
Mhm.
Sway?
Yeah.
All the missiles are gone.
Furthermore, if I'm gonna tell you, if so Iran, they said that Iran hit a building where Marines or soldiers were sleeping at. If that's the case, it is definitely more than two lives lost.
Yep.
There's been hundreds of fatalities. They just not gonna. It's all gonna come out after midterms, but it's not gonna happen. They're suppressing everything, man. Rightfully so. They can't
Mhm.
take any more news that bad news before the midterms because getting our ass kicked in Iran. Everything they're saying is trash, and now it's just suppressed. It's just suppressed.
Yep.
That's why he's trying to make people take lie detector tests because keg breath is flipping out over all the leaks coming out. He's like, how's this shit getting out? Well,
and let's add on Jamal because because TJ mentioned press conferences. Donald Trump and his bullshit fucking spreading the lies again of
man.
China was interfering with Georgia, but yet people in his own fucking administration and within the White House was just like, this ain't smart that you're doing this.
Fam,
Because they've been disproven time and time again that every lie that he thought was happening was wrong. And so he tried once again to cast doubt amongst people who again have access to information. You tried to cast doubt against us on some shit that you've been disproven for years now. For fucking years. Go
I don't
ahead,
know
T.
why he's trying to die on that shit because honestly, at this point, he said all that shit and didn't have 1 ounce of proof that one vote was tampered with in that entire election. He said, "Oh,
TJ, it's the deep
CIA
state.
got documents. They withheld information from me, bro. How is it that you control the House, the Senate, and everything, and cheating's going?
Deep state,
And
man.
it's just insane to me. It's insane, bro. I mean, it's
Because
beyond insane at this point because you know they call you crazy for keep saying the same thing over and over again to think that you're going to be right, right? That's exactly what the fuck he's doing right now. Saying and repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different answer. And it's
remember,
Well,
and
MAGA is the administration of trust me, bro, facts. He
Yeah.
said it, so trust me, bro. It's true.
you know how bad
Fuck
it is
out
when
of here.
Fox News has to put a disclaimer up that the things that may or may not be true in this broadcast coming up so they don't get sued
bro,
again.
CBS, the station that he thought he had in his pocket
And
said, "Yo,
Fox News.
listen."
Fox News ain't trying to get sued again for
I
750
was
mil.
like,
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
if that's the case, then if the machines were tampered with, then why did Fox get sued for almost $1 billion and won?
Mm-hmm.
They're easily hacked. They did the same thing in Venezuela. This ain't Venezuela. This is the United States, bro. You
Again,
can't
you're in
Meanwhile,
compare
charge, man.
us. You
meanwhile,
can't compare.
you also had my bad. I'm sorry. You also had Elon Musk's one of his baby mamas coming out
Oh,
doing
she
pod
dropping
interviews talking about how
crazy shit.
he was talking like, yo, like he's got satellites that can control these machines and shit too. Like again, we are in such an information age that the truth is going to get out. And they
Yeah,
hate that. They hate it.
Damn, yo.
he has to.
Speaking of Elon Musk, man, I heard SpaceX took a hit.
They've been
All this stuff
taking
take a
hits
hit, man. Yeah,
ever
it's just
since they announced
he's
that
losing
billion
money.
dollar valuation.
All that
Mhm.
shit, everything he's touching is losing money. It just they're suppressing all that stuff. And you remember his money's not. He's a
Trillion
rich
dollar,
man, but
sorry.
it's not in cash. It's in stock, which we know is fluff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's in the atmosphere. That's
Yeah.
where
he's
it's at.
he's at a
It's
spot
in the
where he may be
algorithm,
in
right? It's
serious
in the
trouble
data
because that
center.
his baby mama's out there talking all that shit, and she said, "If I'm lying, sue me because I would love discovery on this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was like,
Yo,
Exactly.
"Oh,
she was letting the people who was interviewing on the podcast read the text messages.
yep."
Not
She
read
had
them out
downloaded to
loud,
read
but
all that shit.
read like sit there and read them directly. Like,
Yep.
Wow.
yo,
That's
this shit is good.
crazy.
And so all right. He had the SpaceX $1 trillion valuation, but they've been taking losses ever since. So how are we still calling him a trillionaire? We can't.
Mm-hmm.
If he's losing,
No, he was
that
getting all that
valuation
free
don't
government
hold,
money,
no?
and with free government money, he wasn't spending his money. He was getting all them no bid contracts and so he can waste as much money as he wants. Now that he got screwed after the Doge thing, Trump probably, like Trump does everybody else, promised him all this shit and then give it to him. Now he's hemorrhaging dollars and fuck him. He's gonna have to run to Argentina too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll
which
take them.
again, and Peter Thiel is already down there.
That's right.
It's kind of quietly, openly been talking about like that's like almost like the next billionaire haven
It's the
where
escape
they
plan.
all gonna end up going down there. And then again, just adding to the history of the
Yo,
Europeanness, whiteness of
speaking of Peter Thiel, I just saw a clip. He was on some podcast and he's like, why do you want people to suffer? And it was like a long pause, quiet. He's like, wow, that's a long pause for something, as simple as do you want these people to suffer? Why are you hesitating? And then he was like, well, and then he just started stuttering and shit. I was just like, yo, bro, these people are living a different life and a different agenda here.
Yeah, you
Yep,
need to
and
no longer breathe air.
it's crazy. Like again, because we work in capitalism, because we live in capitalism, it's like sometimes it's hard to be like, yo, there should be no billionaires, there should be no trillionaires in the world. Like, and like Jamal always says, like there's no honest billionaire. There's no honest billionaire. Like
No, there isn't.
you've done scumbaggery to get to where you're at.
You have
So
to. It's in the book.
right,
You have to, bro.
right.
If you don't,
But
if
It's
you
in the
don't follow the
manual.
steps, you don't get to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just,
right. But it's like I have to say, it's like if you earn the money, it's like okay. But it's almost like more and more like I'm starting to believe that more of there shouldn't be, because we say this all the time. Nobody should be able to go without, and just not even just the basics, just the basics. But they play in our faces each and every day, every fucking day. They play in our faces. They play in our faces, but then again, they remind this constituency that hey, at least you ain't a nigga. They remind y'all that okay, we're gonna give you a couple of y'all people. We're gonna let some of y'all have them chances, but you ain't getting past that. Like I'm just looking into so much shit, like and like understanding like and seeing like the names of like people who make it. Make it, meaning like they become millionaires. They become the people who who get those chances in athletics, and like we're starting to see a lot of legacy babies from the NBA make it. Like people who do music or people who make it from some like they're all connected to somebody who made it in the past. You know,
Right.
like shout outs to the comedian Godfrey. Like he always mentions how like his uncle is Sonny Okosun, a famous Nigerian singer. And I think about like damn, like okay, like the brother is really, really good at what he does, but also it's like, but he's connected to somebody who's famous. And I don't say that as a shot because then it's like, okay, you look at the Boozer brothers and like the brothers that are coming out of college now, like their daddy is
Yep.
this. And then you look at you're like, okay, who was you look at Kobe. Kobe's dad was Kobe Bean,
But
who he
it
didn't
goes to
have
show
what,
you, you don't get
you
there
know,
by yourself, dogs. You
right, right,
somebody has
right,
got to
right,
help
right.
you, bro.
Or
Nobody
the
got
name
there
there's
by
a name
themselves.
that carries right there's something like everybody who makes it up to some prominence, whether it's a level of okay we can use these people to control ignorance, or we can allow these people to be this that and the third. Somebody's connected to somebody somewhere somehow, and again the names I mentioned, it's not shots against them, it's just trying to connect dots, you know what I'm saying? And it's like and it makes me think about my own, or like Jamal, it makes you think about your own. Like, damn, like maybe that's why my shit doesn't like crack the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And get to that next step.
You need luck, you need talent, you need to be ready when your opportunity comes, but you need to know people. And that's just a fact in everything.
Absolutely. Yep.
And
And
because
nepotism.
nepotism has been there since the beginning of humanity. That's why
Mhm.
royal families had inbreeding to keep the royal line pure. They didn't want no outside. It's
Hmm.
always been that way. So yeah, it's the truth.
Until Meghan Markle kicked them fucking doors in.
Serving peas and
I
rice on the
shook up the
Great Wall.
world. I shook up the world.
Mhm.
But anyway, we done. Now we done, right? We done? We good?
Yeah.
We good?
Um,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
I don't know if y'all want. My bad. I don't know if y'all want to talk
Nah,
about
all
this.
good.
Right as we were coming on, this dude Ryan Clark lost his job, man.
He got
Oh,
laid
what you
off.
say? Oh, who?
Yeah, he got laid off.
From
ESPN
where?
laid him
From
off.
ESPN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
He'll be all
I
who
right
you
wonder
got
though.
the
why.
beef with?
Well,
He'll be
they doing a year. I guess they're doing a yearly fire sale or whatever you want to call it. So he was the first to go.
Oh,
So
just like the WWE does every year.
yeah,
And make you
We
be
get
like,
interest
oh,
on
what happened to them? I mean, Ryan Clark, but see, shout out to Ryan Clark. I was just watching the funny ass shout out to Jared who shared the video. So Ryan Clark was talking about how it bothers him how people say the L in salmon.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
funny. That was
But
funny.
he's one of those guys who he utilized his platform properly on ESPN. He's
yeah,
got the pivot. He's good. He's gonna get opportunities from anybody else because he knows what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to football.
yeah.
yep.
It's not just
Yes,
because he was there. It wasn't Alexi Lawless during the World Cup shit.
that's
You
for
know what I'm
damn sure.
saying?
Yeah,
Oof,
yeah.
oof.
He knows he
You
knows what
know,
the
you
fuck
know, you
he's
know,
talking
you
about.
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about the whole Alexis Loudon thing? Like this is like his fourth, yeah, maybe his third or fourth World Cup. But the fact that he was standing next to Zlatan and and
Zlatan
and
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 Yeah,
and, and Thierry Henry, it really showed how incompetent he is as a pundit. You know,
I
son,
don't know why they had to have him on it. Like, I knew you need America. I'd put Clint Dempsey on there in the heartbeat. I'd put Landon
what's
Donovan on
the
there in a
what
heartbeat. I
I
put
was
yeah.
gonna
Tim
say?
Howard in there.
What's the color of your shirt, Jamal? What's the color of my shirt?
hmm That'll do it.
Clint Dempsey's better. Landon Donovan's better. Tim Howard's better.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no shortage of former U.S. soccer players they can call
But
up. Josie
but
Altidore.
You
but
gotta have
he's you
that
see
Republican look. It was Fox.
and
That's true. Yeah.
and again it's all about who you know because he's buddy with the name you
Okay.
guys might be familiar with Giuliani. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
So yeah, so
He's not
ah.
dead
so
yet, man. Shit.
no Giuliani's son.
Oh,
So he has Trump gave him some made up title in the whole Fox in this Fox thing or whatever. And so I guess either he's like a liaison or whatever. So he's real cool with Lala. So that's why he's they bring him
Also,
back.
you don't know who turned it down either. They don't tell
True.
you that.
That's
They could have been
true.
asked, and they
Yeah,
was like, "Nah, I'm not. I can't. I'm not available for that." You
yeah.
know what I'm
But
saying?
Tim Howard and Landon
Zlatan said
Donovan,
he's not coming back.
yeah,
Yeah,
Landon
Zlatan said
Donovan,
this
Tim
was his
Howard
first
was
and last.
Yep.
commenting right now. So I know those dudes are available, but and
Zlatan
then
was fucking excellent. That
Yeah,
dude is a fucking global treasure.
yeah,
yeah,
Like to
man,
be
yeah.
to be as cocky as him, but his cockiness doesn't rub off as arrogant either. I
At
guess
this,
that's because of just where he's from, but he just seems like he's a nice guy who's cocky as shit. But
at
he
this at
seems
this
like an awesome person.
at this point, it's his brand. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
That's
true
just who he
too.
is at this point.
True too.
You know?
Well, he's a Balkan dude that became the best player in Sweden history. He ain't even Swedish, so
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean.
But
So he was
that
an
that
outsider in his own
motherfucker
country. So he
that
has a
motherfucker's nasty. He was
yeah,
nasty with it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah, man.
I be watching fucking soccer clips and shit through my YouTube and shit like every night. Cat videos, soccer clips, Frida, soccer skill videos and shit. Shout outs to Frida. But yeah, and Zlatan comes up all the fucking time, all the time, and
Yeah, Zlatan. Yeah,
he
he's
he
different.
was he was different, man. He was fucking different. But everybody in the world is different when it comes to that game, except for the U.S. Except for the U.S.
That's why we're the world's greatest country, Dan.
Word, never lost, never lost. Remember that. Remember that. Never lost. Never lost. Trust me, bro. We never lost. We winning that. We winning that war in I'm gonna say it like them in Iran. It should annoy. It should have. It just feels it's too intentional. Like yes, it is spelled I ran, but they don't pronounce it like that. Like show some. Anyway, for this country to show class, but yet demand class from everybody. You know what? Oh, you know what to do.
Yes, sir, man. Yo, great show, man. I enjoyed this. I had to pull a little part time duty tonight, man, but it's all good. I'll be back next week though. Shout out to the listeners, shout out to the viewers, man. Special shout out to my boy Tyrone, man. You know, and yeah. On to
Word.
the next, man. Who's next? Jamal?
Yep, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all y'all. Um, O, TJ, um, Dan. Big shout out to Ty. Looking forward to having him back and hearing some good news. Um, shout out to Spain for saving
Sure,
for
sure.
saving football. Y'all did a great thing. Y'all did a great thing for the community, for the global community.
Right.
Hmm.
So you're good. Peace to Hooks Rub. Peace to Ishtar. Peace to Disabled Planets. Peace to Ill Magic.
Damn, that's a long list.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, this was a good time. I'm glad we got to actually do a show this week. This was fun. I'll have my voice back next week.
You
I should
slowly got it back tonight, I'd say.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It sounds like I just woke up. Yeah, shout out to Ty. Congrats to him. Shout out to you guys. I love doing this shit every week. And as long as we have this administration and the bullshit going on, we'll have plenty to talk about
Yeah,
for
plenty to
weeks
Yep.
talk
on weeks on weeks on weeks
We'll have
on weeks
topics.
end. Yeah. We can
about.
just make up some shit and be like, oh, let's just jump into this one right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Keep that up. That's your catchphrase every fucking week, yo.
yeah, every week we'll have something exciting to talk about. The NFL's coming up soon, so we'll have that. Preseason about to start in a couple of weeks. It's just like, damn, man, this year's going by so fast, B. This year's going by so fast, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But
Who you telling? Who you telling? My daughter started doing her college shit, you know, doing all the little odds and ends paperwork wise on the computer. She was doing that shit today. And she starts back soon.
Man, man, you counting the clock because you can get that retirement, dogs. Don't front
That
like you ain't
part.
waiting for that. Don't
That
front like you
part,
ain't waiting
yo.
for that shit, bro.
Ain't no, I ain't
It
hiding
ain't
it either.
it ain't running fast enough for you, dogs.
I ain't hiding it. I have I ever hit that bitch once? Not a single fucking day. Not a single day. I will tell you, I lost track of how many months though, because I kept counting. I'm a year in this many months. I think I'm at a year in 3 months
It's like
or
a
something
baby.
like that.
You're 17 months out.
Yep. 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 Q and Bart Scott right now.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I can't wait to put my hands on some more Hooks Rub. I'm gonna use our code starting five to get 20% off my order when I make it in like a week or two. But I definitely need some more Hooks Rub in my life, and you do too. But yeah, shout outs to all of y'all. Shout outs to my new friend, the baby bird that's probably still up in the nest next door. And yeah, that's
Mhm.
it. Peace.
Peace.
Stop
Sure.
being a dick. Catlin Clark, just play the game, please. Just play the game. I want to root for you. Just play the game. And MAGA, you're gay. Just come out the closet already. It's okay. Peace.
Sure, sure.